for York Castle. Play continues though. The captain, Damani Miller, on the football, and finally the referee gets involved. Travis Gordon, the player down for the York Castle team, and he's writhing in pain.
Travis Gordon, the one who's down. Certainly look like he's struggling. This would probably be a good time to have that water break. I think Narissa Golson agrees. The sun is back with you, Ricardo.
Yeah, out in all its glory as well. Glenmuir. Lovely pass coming from Kyle Gordon, and David Reid with the finish, his 10th goal of the season, and the opening goal for Glenmuir in this semi-final.
Celebration from the Glenmuir team, management and otherwise. Lovely pass it was though by Kyle Gordon, just to pick out Reid, playing it enough in front for Reid to run onto with his pace, and a composed finish. Goalkeeper Marco Thompson closing the area, but I don't think when he approached he was really sure what he wanted to do. He was always going to be second best, and Reid rounded him well.
Yeah, David Reid started his high school career at Denby High. Did have to face them in the opening round this season. In fact, the opening match he did play against them, he got player of the match.
Yeah, 2 assists he had on that day. Didn't score, but he was certainly instrumental in breaking down that Denby team from the wide areas. I think it was 4-1 the match ended, if memory serves me correct.
So a lot of promise in the Glenmuir team on that day. They've been unable to fulfill that as far as the Da Costa Cup is concerned, but a glorious opportunity to still leave this campaign with silverware. And they have started very well in this Ben Francis semi-final. Last time Glenmuir won a senior schoolboy football title was back in 2012. That was under the guidance of Patrick Jackie Walters when they won the Da Costa Cup. Last one, the Ben Francis knockout in 2009. York Castle, they've never won a schoolboy football title at this level, and they want to put that right this season. But even if they don't, you get the feeling they will be around for a few seasons to come. Here is Reid with another delivery. And DeAndre Johnson at the back post, unable to get the header on target, just glided off his head and away for a throw. As York Castle get ready to make a substitution, Jahara Williams will be coming on and will be replacing Travis Gordon in that centre-back position.
Really unfortunate for Gordon. A reasonably good start to the game, and to lose him after in the first half an hour, unfortunate for Vanny Clark and the rest of the coaching staff.
Reid again. Glenmuir increasingly dominating this contest as the game goes on. Rodden his man!
What a miss.
Over the top! It was brilliant work from Kyle Gordon to get around the goalkeeper, get what I think initially was a shot, and somehow it was DeAndre Johnson, I think, who missed from point blank range.
That's a horrible miss. Good build-up play again down the right-hand side of their attack. Glenmuir, Kyle Gordon did so well. Not the best defending, and certainly not the best finishing from a man who's already scored 6 times this season, and that's one of the misses of the season.
For sure. Shades of the 2018 Manning Cup final between Kingston College and St. George's College.
And that didn't turn out so favourable for the ISSA.
Yeah. And KC rallying to win that terrific final at the National Stadium.
To remember, St. George's in that match were leading as well by a 1-goal advantage.
Yeah, they were. Well, the type of news the York Castle fans can hang on to as they trail in this semi-final. Zakari Messam is this one forward. Former national under 15 player Messam. The Glenmuir captain. There should at least be 2 in front. 2 inside the box waiting. We'll get to none of them. Tough conditions, Chris. But when you've trained and you're looking to win a title, you have to deal with whatever is put before you. It will not always be easy. There are some things that you will never be able to control, and match times and venues, just some of those.
Yeah, and this was always going to be a tough fixture, as it should be in a semi-final of any competition, but based on York Castle's rise over the last year, with the advancements of the football fraternity in St. Ann, they have certainly benefited from that. And so, as I said, not much to differentiate them from in the season. 2 losses for York Castle, just the 1 for Glenmuir. Both have scored a lot of goals and have conceded few. Do think throughout the entire season, though, Glenmuir has shown a bit more quality in all areas of the park and come out of a tougher zone as well.
Here they are trying to head forward again, and it's headed behind by the substitute Jahari Williams. Corner kick coming up for Glenmuir, first one of the afternoon. Javandi Clark for York Castle. Back to here, Dixon. Clark goes long looking for Kevon Harris. Relatively comfortable afternoon for the Glenmuir defenders.
Yeah, I just think they need that second goal, though. Got a glorious opportunity, and that certainly would probably have deflated York Castle a lot more. Right now, with a 1-goal score line, York Castle will know that they're not far away, and they will back themselves as well, knowing that they have scored 2 goals in each of their Ben Francis Cup matches so far.
Gordon plays it on.
Two really tough matches they were as well, Ricardo. 2-1 over St. Elizabeth Technical, always a tough opponent, Rambo Weatherburn and company, and then 2-2 with Dintil after 90 minutes. They went to the penalty shootout and won 5-4 on penalties. Dintil not having much luck in recent years at penalty shootouts.
And another titleless season ends for Dinthill Technical.
those two matches, tough opponents, so they would back themselves against a Glenmuir as well. I'm thinking about St. Elizabeth Technical, who won 5 Ben Francis titles in a row.
The 36th minute of this semi-final. Another York Castle player down.
Real lack of communication there. Those kind of collisions never pretty.
Glenmuir sitting pretty at the moment though, leading by a goal to nil. David Reid, the goal scorer, 14th minute of the contest, his 10th of the campaign. The Glenmuir number 11. And their captain Zakari Messam marshalling things at the back, the former Jamaica under 15 player. And they will be relatively happy with their performance so far. A little bit disappointed that they haven't converted a second goal. They have had the opportunities. Certainly one glorious opportunity to DeAndre Johnson, missing high in front of a gaping goal. Blackwood. Now Nolan. And Jamari Nolan. And once again the Glenmuir backline cool and calm.
Out of their 15 matches, they have kept 10 clean sheets, Glenmuir. As I said, just conceded 6 goals all season.
Potter wins it for York Castle. Yeah, since the first 7 or 8 minutes, they've really struggled, York Castle, with any meaningful attacks. It's been on Glenmuir. Wallace inside for Coleman. Coleman to White. Looking for Watson. Watson does well to win possession. Spreads it further left to Johnson. His attempted cross blocked by Ahir Dixon. And a second corner kick coming up for Glenmuir in the 39th minute.
We do remember one of the finalists this year in the Costa Cup did come out of the zone with Glenmuir, that first round zone in Central. And it was actually a team that Glenmuir defeated by 2 goals to nil back in October. So it just shows the strength of this Glenmuir team. In fact, 2 fixtures and Central weren't able to defeat them in either. Yeah. 1-1 in the first one and then 2-0 to Glenmuir.
The cross coming in. Cleared away by Kevon Harris. Javan de Clark will be hoping to keep it in play, but once again the Glenmuir backline solid. Here they come forward now with a great chance. Javan de Clark. His shot is wide of the mark. Definitely one of the best opportunities for York Castle to at least hit the target in this first half. But Javan de Clark firing wide of the mark.
Given away in the midfield that initially DeAndre Johnson was a lousy pass which opened up the opportunity for York Castle. But yeah, unfortunately for Clark, it was a better strike than he attempted the last time where he kicked nothing but air. But unfortunately for him, just wide of the target.
Here's Kamar Knox. Oh, deceptively fast Knox. Cuts it inside looking for Nolan. Nolan had gone ahead of the play. Comes back into the center of the park. On the way out to Dixon. Dixon for Jones. Sending it long and looking for the substitute Williams. Jones seems to have taken up a more central defensive role now since the forced substitution of Travis Gordon. Williams with the throw. Looking to the cross inside, but no Newcastle player inside the box. Here is again Williams for Kevon Harris. In traffic, tries to maneuver his way out. Now Glenmuir can catch them on the counter. David Reed gets around Tariq Jones.
Yeah, just was trying to clip it into the box. Granted, he only had one teammate with him who was running in Johnson, but just got it wrong. Bit of a bobble just before he was about to kick it, Reed. But you can see already his pace, and the Newcastle defenders just not able to keep up with him.
For the second minute of the first half. Glenmuir leading by a goal to nil. Reed did well. Coleman. It's a match that has the potential to, but really hasn't come to life just yet. Pretty decent players on show though. Maybe it's the 1 o'clock heat that's preventing it from really coming to life. Here's a lovely cross coming in from Reed again. The header from Johnson over the top.
It was actually
Watson, who got the header, but couldn't keep it on target. The 16 goal man this season for Glenmuir.
Leading goal scorer. I was about to say in the first half, I'd love to have seen him more in the box. He's been playing a bit deeper, Orion Watson. And yeah, he needs to be in the box a lot more. Very powerful figure inside that area. And here's an example of it. Was under pressure, but still won the header even though he couldn't keep it down. And here Reed has shown his quality in terms of deliveries from the wide area. In fact, when he gets it wrong, it's very unusual.
He certainly has.
You see Watson again, very willing to come deep. He's at the half line now, in fact. Not even sure how necessary it is. Certainly loves to play that link-up role. It's kind of why he has 9 assists as well on the season. Can't pick a pass, as you see there.
Johnson. Gordon. Watson. Johnson. Flag stays down. Cross is cleared away. Gordon battles for it. Miller, the Newcastle captain, won it. Comes on to Kamar Knox now. Knox gets around Brandon Wallace. Oh, Knox does well. Picked up Nolan. Nolan is always in traffic. Comes to Jahari Williams. And he's pushed off the ball by Wallace. Throw coming up.
He's certainly taken a toll. I think both teams would love half-time at this point. When the play breaks down, there's a major hole in the middle, especially for Glenmuir. After their attack, 4 players caught high for Glenmuir. Nobody getting back in the middle of the park. And as I said, very hot conditions here. The sun is now out fully, and it's been humid all afternoon. So, yeah, they could do with a break.
Well, they certainly could. They will have to deal with 2 minutes of time added. Williams with the throw. Jones, Shahari Williams, back to Jones. Can York Castle find an equalizer before the break? Harris inside the box looking for Nolan, who is arriving. He would have needed a couple ladders to get to that.
Yeah, that was a lovely pass, but the crossfield pass by Tariq Jones there, number 5, was beautiful. Good range showed by the left back. Well, left back has now gone to the central position because, yeah, Jahari Williams has pulled wide.
Jahari Williams coming on in the 29th minute for the injured Travis Gordon.
And that's been a switch. They've made Jahari Williams go into the left back position, and their regular left back in Jones has moved central.
Glenmuir controlling the closing stages of the first half. Messam goes long, looking for Reed. Williams misses. Reed picks up. Gordon heads towards the box. So does Coleman. Still Reed going. Lays it inside to Coleman. And Coleman's effort is weak. And easily dealt with by Marco Thompson. That's the final play of the first half, says Narissa Golson. Andrew Peart and Glenmuir with the advantage. A 14th minute goal from David Reed. A delivery of class coming from Kyle Gordon, who himself had an opportunity earlier to put Glenmuir in front. DeAndre Johnson had an even better opportunity to put them 2-0 up. But at the end of the first half, it's that man's effort that separates the two teams. The Glenmuir number 11, David Reed, with a 14th minute finish, giving them a 1-0 advantage at half time.
This broadcast is brought to you by Digicel, better together. KFC, it's finger licking good. True Shake, shake and go with True Shake. Water, land of good and water. And Connex.
What does freedom look like? It's being on the open road, exploring alone or with each other. Go anywhere and everywhere. Discover new paths or rediscover old ones. Why wait? Hit the road. Be free-spirited again. Book with Island Car Rentals. Enjoy the thrill that freedom brings.
Digicel Prime Broadband bundles give you more data. Share memories. season of giving, enjoy enough pickings this Christmas with a chance to pick and win your share of over 16 million in cash and prizes. Plus, get 25% off a 7 or 28-day Prime Router bundle in the My Digicel app today. Enter to pick and win with Digicel this Christmas.
At St. Elizabeth Technical High School in Santa Cruz, semi-final one of the ISSA Ben Francis Cup knockout competition. Glenmuir High, the 6-time champions, leading Yorkcastle by a 0-0. Let's have a look at the first half highlights then. Glenmuir playing in red and white, Yorkcastle in blue and white. Kyle Gordon with the opportunity to send Glenmuir in front. His shot well blocked by the left foot of Marco Thompson in goal. Coleman with the final shot, but it was weak and wide. Very good save by Thompson. Yorkcastle ventured forward on a couple of occasions. That shot from Damani Miller, their captain, not collected cleanly, but goalkeeper Antoine Gooden cleaned up. There he got the save, and the shot coming in from Jamari Nolan just wide of the mark. That's as good as it got for Yorkcastle in the first half, but not for Glenmuir. They got the opener. 14th minute, David Reid. It was a delightful pass from Kyle Gordon, his 8th assist of the season. Reid with his 10th goal of the campaign, giving Glenmuir the advantage. What a sweet pass coming from midfield. Kyle Gordon once again showing his quality, his passing quality. Reid was a menace in the first half. Kyle Gordon cut that one across. DeAndre Johnson arrived and should have made it 2-0, but he didn't. The ball not cleared by Tariq Jones, who by then had moved from the left back position into a centre back role. And Javandi Clark, he drilled on wide of the mark, given space to operate over on that right side. But Yorkcastle couldn't get the equalising goal, and so Glenmuir lead by a 0-0 at the half-time break. Glenmuir 7 shots, 2 of them on target. Yorkcastle 3 shots, just 1 on target. 11 fouls in the contest, 6 called against Glenmuir, no cards just yet. 2 offside calls against Yorkcastle. Corner kicks, 2 in the contest, both going to Glenmuir. 1 save made by each goalkeeper, Antoine Gooden for Glenmuir and Marco Thompson for Yorkcastle. Possession, Glenmuir leading that 55 to 45%. What a break from the fans in the stands. Kimani O'Sullivan, where are you?
Thank you, Ricardo. I am here in the stands with Glenmuir fans. They look very ecstatic about the result thus far. I'm here with some students of Glenmuir. The head boy is here, Javian. Speak to me about the game so far. You are up 1-0. Do you think you can see it through?
Well, definitely, and Glenmuir is the home for excellence, Any category, any field we enter, always excellence. You see me? So whenever we come on the field, straight excellence from the starting to the beginning. I feel great about the from the start to the ending. I feel great about the match, and definitely I'm waiting for more excellence on the field.
Okay, cool. Can I have a scoreline prediction? You're up 1-0. What do you think the score is going to be?
Well, yeah, 3-0.
3-0. Alright, so I have to speak to the original short man, that's what he calls himself. He supports Glenmuir day in, day out. He breathes Glenmuir. Speak to me about the game and give me a scoreline prediction.
3-0, big man thing, all color red, legend, cook them food so them fat. First thing we have to big up Dr. Sumal, big up Mr. Palmer, big up the coach them, big up the teacher them, top school, big up Sharpman the legend. We no ramp, we no skin up, we bad. But you want me to know? We come play against Edwin Allen and then give we one love and we court we back, and we go back too. But when we come here, we come to win Ben Francis. We don't have no chance to win Ben Francis. That boy can't.
Alright, so if you need a tune to be composed for your school, you can link Shortman from Glenmuir. But stay right here, we have more Ben Francis semis on the way.
Jamaica, our land of good and water. How far we've come. What a mighty little island we are. We begin everything we do. Music, culture, sports, food. And just like the sun and everything that shines beneath it, our future looking bright. The youths have big shoes to fill. And water, with every sip, will contribute to education. After all, it takes a village to raise a child. And together, we are what make Jamaica the land of good and water.
Digicel Prime Broader Bundles give you more data. Share memories. As it's the season of giving, enjoy enough pickings this Christmas with a chance to pick and win your share of over 16 million in cash and prizes. Plus, get 25% off a 7 or 28-day Prime Broader Bundle in the My Digicel app today. Enter to pick and win with Digicel this Christmas.
KFC, we still do it big. KFC. Work hard every day with determination. Anything you set your mind to, you do it big. No underestimate your potential. You a real big deal and you must win.
SBIC in your area. KFC with the taste and the flavor. We are big deals, so adapt to your order. We do big things, we no follow.
We still do it big.
KFC big deal, because big dreamers need a big deal.
Big.
On the go, grab your fave True Shake, packed with 9 grams protein, 30% calcium required per day, 24 key vitamins and minerals, 3 great flavors, vanilla, peanut, and butter pecan.
Try a True Shake. It's really good.
Quick and convenient meal replacement. Shake and go with True Shake.
It's been a long 2 years, but now it's finally time. Run Barbados is back with a new unique route. This year, we are coasting the east and taking you on a voyage through the scenic east coast of Barbados. Feel the ocean breeze as you run below the beautiful Casuarina trees and past some of Barbados's historic and natural landmarks. This is what the biggest marathon in the Caribbean has in store for you. This is Run Barbados. Visit www.runbarbados.org. See you there.
What does freedom look like? It's being on the open road, exploring alone or with each other. Go anywhere and everywhere. Discover new paths or rediscover old ones. Why wait? Hit the road. Be free-spirited again. Book with Island Car Rentals. Enjoy the thrill that freedom brings.
Watch it grape escape. Water. Why wait? Hydrate, add flavor with a touch of grape. Give it a taste. Water. And when you go on a base, get your water quick now.
This new?
Yeah, grape. Service, give me a grape. Water. Me thirsty. Matter of fact, give me a late. Matter of fact, no time for waste. Give me a case. Grape water for fill up a lake. Ready my shake for this. Get the brand new, great tasting, refreshing grape water from Water. Great for the whole family. Grape escape. Water.
Connect Services is here to solve the connectivity problems of the modern world. Our services are broad-based. Solar installation, structured networking, smart building solutions, 24-hour IT technical support services, and more. But they all come with the same promise of quality and professionalism. Contact us today.
On the go, grab your fave True Shake, packed with 9 grams protein, 30% calcium required per day, 24 key vitamins and minerals, 3 great flavors, vanilla, peanut, and butter pecan.
Try a True Shake. It's really good.
Quick and convenient meal replacement. Shake and go with True Shake.
Why sign to KFC?
Because it's a big deal and it's so good that they can feed me off the wing.
Yes. How did you know the big deal was right for you?
The striker that I am, who doesn't love a hat-trick?
What about the season?
The season is great. I think we have the best 11 to do big things.
Score your own 3 pieces of delicious chicken, fries, and a drink with a big deal today. KFC, we still do it big.
This broadcast is brought to you by Digicel, better together. KFC, it's finger licking good. True Shake, shake and go with True Shake. Water, land of good and water. And Connex.
And your home of champions, Mavericks, Pistons, live Thursday, 7 p.m., 8 Eastern Caribbean time on SportsMax. Yeah, the West Indies cricketers are in Australia at the second day of the opening test tonight, 9:20 p.m., 10:20 Eastern Caribbean time. Australia 293 for 2 on the opening day of that opening test. Marnus Labuschagne with 154. From the century coming from him. The West Indies will need wickets on day number 2. Or they'll need Brian Lara to come from the commentary box and back when they get their opportunity. 1-0 here at St. Elizabeth Technical High School. Glenmuir leading Yorkcastle by a goal to 0 in the first semi-final of the Ben Francis knockout for the 2022 season. Glenmuir, the 6-time champions of this competition. Yorkcastle, they have never been this far at this level of schoolboy football before, so a fabulous opportunity for them, but they will need to come from behind, and they are getting ready to make a substitution. Their number 9, Badane Wilberforce, will be coming on, not for the first time this season. The last time we did a live game with Yorkcastle, Chris Wilberforce did come on at the start of the second half, and we're seeing a similar thing here, and they'll be hoping he can make the difference this afternoon. Second half underway.
Yeah, very surprised that he didn't start. 13 goal man with 3 assists. Not many coaches would want to leave out a potent player like that. Here he is on the ball. He's been very good for Yorkcastle. Not sure if he's carrying a slight injury.
Yeah, he comes in for Nolan.
The best day for Nolan. Did have a strike early in the game from just inside the box, which went just past the upright, but wasn't as effective. Jamari Nolan, 3 goals, 4 assists, and his afternoon is over, but Wilberforce certainly, as I said, has been their go-to person for goals this season.
Glenmuir with Kyle Gordon. Watson. Reed. comes out to Johnson. Flag up for offside. Now Dayton Wilberforce, 13 goals, 3 assists this season. The York Castle number 9 will be looking to add to that. And his left-footed drive probably lacking the power. But for a second you thought that Antoine Gooden might have been in trouble, but got down in time to make the save.
Posting up nicely, using his strength here, Wilberforce, which is something which was evident all season, and putting it onto that left foot. What is very obvious is how eager he is to get on the ball, Wilberforce.
Glenmuir back on the attack. Could easily have gotten too clear at in the first half. Throw coming up. Long ball inside the box, headed on by Coleman. The clearance comes. Messham's header is out of the park. Still extremely humid here in Santa Cruz. Second semi-final will be between the defending champions Edwin Alley and Raciz. Right for the effort coming in from Kevon Harris. Linking up with Clark, but once again no power, no direction on the shot. Now Gordon for Glenmuir. Played on by Coleman. David Reed slips it forward once again. Coleman can't get there before Tariq Jones. I hear Dixon.
Fanny Clark still in his first full season with York Castle, and what a good season it has been.
Miller wins it for York Castle, chips it inside the box.
Last time. Yeah, breakdown of play yet again. Driving forward though was the captain Miller. But yeah, he was definitely on a different wavelength. It's just the second time in recent years that York Castle have progressed out of the first round. 2012 they got into the second round, lost all their matches in the second round and were out. But this year getting to the round of 16, marked improvement. And as I say, really challenging in this knockout competition. And even though they haven't produced really good sides, they have had players of note throughout their history. As we said, they have been around for 146 years. We do remember the likes of Harold Hemmings back in the days of Black Stars and Reno when they were at the top. In the late 80s, early 90s, Hemmings coming out of York Castle. In 2005 thereabout also, they had a couple players who did make some headway in Jamaican football. Devereaux Moncrief is one who played at the junior levels for the Jamaica team. Didn't really play senior team football, but played for Benfica when they made it to the Premier League as well, and was on the books of Harbourview at some point. They had a talented goalkeeper that year as well. Ricardo they used to call him Future. Actually played in the Premier League with Village United, and if you remember, Village United, a team that have boasted good goalkeepers over there. Donovan Ricketts played there for a while, former national goalkeeper. Village United, of course, come out of Trelawney. So those three players are players I do remember out of York Castle. So even though the teams haven't gone very deep, they have had players who have done something in Jamaican football and played at the Premier League level as well.
And with their link with Mount Pleasant, you expect a lot more of their players and to play at a high level beyond the schoolboy football level as well going forward. And you also get the feeling that especially because of that link with Mount Pleasant, they could be around for a number of seasons to come.
Yes, it has also deepened their squad as well. So the ability to make changes, where you just think about it, they have a player like Wilberforce who was on the bench. Speaking of the bench, Glenmuir are going to utilize theirs.
Yeah, Tashawn Cummings will be coming onto the park. He'll be replacing Tavon Coleman.
A bit of a frustrating first half for Coleman. Had a couple of opportunities in and around the area, didn't choose the right decisions, had some weak shots, and I think the management staff as well was a bit frustrated with him. So not the best afternoon, and no surprise that he's off.
Yeah, Cummings coming on, 3 goals this season, 3 assists as well. Glenmuir in the driver's seat in this semi-final. They lead by a goal to nil. 54th minute. The opening goal coming in the 14th minute from their number 11, David Reid, his 10th goal of the season. Gordon for Glenmuir. Johnson. Waiting for it over on the left. No one able to find him just yet. Johnson now on the football for Glenmuir. DeAndre Johnson, what a chance he had in the first half to make it 2-0. Cuts inside and finds Gordon. Gordon goes further right and Reid goes down. Not a good look for Glenmuir. York Castle will look to catch them on the counter, but Messam is alert to the danger, the Glenmuir captain. And now the stretcher will rush onto the park for the Glenmuir High goal scorer.
Yeah, certainly cramp setting in here for Reid. Very obvious, yeah. Just felt the grab there, Reid.
Extremely humid here in Santa Cruz.
And from we got here, the humidity levels have been very high. Sun was hiding for a bit, but it just felt, as we would say, muggy. I must say, as time has gone on, there's been a little bit more breeze coming through, which you'll ask most players, they say they like that. Even if the sun is out, once you have that nice breeze, it doesn't feel as hot and the air doesn't feel as stiff. Tell that to David Reid, certainly put in a heavy shift in that first half. His wing was very much utilized a lot, did a lot of running, and it's obviously taking a toll.
It's a very small bench for Glenmuir as well, just 6 players on the bench, so slim pickings in terms of changes, and that's part of why it's probably important as well for them to try and put this game to bed early and not give York Castle a chance late on.
And once it stays at 1-0, there'll always be that hope.
Messam clears. Headed up by Jahara Williams. Came on as a 29th minute substitute. Gordon wins it now for Glenmuir. Flag up offside. Johnson is trying to say no. He was pretty close to the line as well, but it looked pretty clear from here at least. Miller is looking to slip it inside the box for Wilberforce.
Likes to get forward, Miller. He's a natural central midfielder. But when he has gotten forward, his passing has not been accurate enough, the captain. And he's given up good opportunities because of that.
Watson trying to get around Pari. Blackwood. Imoni Blackwood. Johnson. Tucked up by Mills. Johnson does well to keep it in play. Mills bangs it out of play.
Reed has found his way back onto the park as well. And number 11 still feeling the calf area of his left foot. You wonder how long that will hold up. There's still a lot of time to go in the second half.
Yeah, a couple of the Glenmuir players warming up, including Jamario Murray there, number 21.
Well, they've decided to make Reed come in the central position and push the substitute Cummins wide. This is Cummins.
Yeah, ball well won by Wallace initially.
Well, he was actually fouled. I think that's a free kick to Glenmuir. Tripped initially, but good turn it was by Cummins. Well, let's see if Reed can cause some problems for the centre backs with his pace.
Mills with a header away, comes on to Watson.
He's never going to keep that in. Overweighted from Watson. I would still love to see Watson in a higher position. I think he's playing way too deep.
Ball headed forward. Jones with the attempted clearance. Danger lurks. Watson can't get on the end of it.
Again, that was a pretty simple pass for Cummins to execute, and again he got it wrong. Way too heavy. In those situations, I'd actually rather to see the players on the plate than over plate.
Jones picking out Pari. Javante Clark turns well. He's looking for Mills. O'Neill Headley got involved. Won it for Glenmuir. Now they're away down this left side. Johnson is clipped by Javante Clark.
Maybe lucky to get away without a yellow card.
Yeah, Watson clipped by Javante Clark, and the free kick coming up.
No intention to play the ball. It was obvious that Watson had gotten away from him. Look at that. That should have been a yellow card. It's got to be a yellow card.
Substitutions coming up for Yorkcastle as well. One hour mark surpassed in this semi-final. Glenmuir still with the advantage. The Caymanian Rashad Pari comes off. Owen Jump is on. Gordon for Glenmuir. Flag stays down as Watson gets inside the box. Yorkcastle staying in this one. Cummings. The turn is neat again and he maintains possession. This one slipped through. Cross comes in. David Reed is there again. And Glenmuir are too clear in this Ben Francis Cup semi-final. All too easy in the final analysis. The six-time champions are heading to another championship match.
Lots of spins by Cummins on the right hand side initially, and then releasing Gordon, who picks up his second assist as well. Kyle Gordon just looking up too much space on that right hand side, and yeah, good movement in the box, and well, scrappy defending initially in terms of trying to get out the ball. The goalkeeper did well, but David Reed in the right position at the right time, and yeah, picks up number 11 on the season. Very aware in the area, Reed. No surprise that he is quickest to the ball based on his pace. Well, yeah, all went wrong for Dixon and Thompson in trying to keep that one out.
Shrugging off cramps minutes ago to put away a second for Glenmuir.
Kyle Gordon now with 9 assists on the season.
And now it seems a long way back for this Yorkcastle team, who have struggled to create chances.
Most of their opportunities have come from outside of the 18-yard box, where they've looked to take on a couple strikes, Yorkcastle. But I agree, in terms of breaking down this Glenmuir defence line, it's been a difficult proposition, and maybe they would have to ask Edwin Allen for their notes.
Edwin Allen might need it in a few days if they are able to overcome Racines later on, and the scoreline remains the same in this one, of course.
The only team to beat Glenmuir this season, Edwin Allen. 2-0 was that victory. Amazing the fact that they kept out this attack line and attack option squad of Glenmuir.
Yeah, Demario Murray getting ready to come on for Glenmuir, and David Reed, the former Denby man, has done the job for this Glenmuir team this afternoon. He's left them in a healthy position at 2-0 up in the 65th minute. This the opening goal. Lovely ball played through by Kyle Gordon, and the finish expertly done as well. So much confidence in front of goal. And the second one, alert and poking home from close range. Demario Murray now on.
Minutes for Murray hasn't affected the statistician so far this season.
Johnson.
Not sure why he didn't try his left foot there, Johnson. Luckily for him, he's won a corner.
Fourth corner kick of the contest for the Glenmuir team. Second of the second half. Disappointed looking Yorkcastle bench. But there's a lot they can be proud of this season. Corner kick coming up for Glenmuir. Kyle Gordon standing over it. Gordon with the delivery. Headed away. The captain Messam chases. Two captains battling for possession. It's Miller who won it. Looking up front there for Nathan Robinson. Unable to find him, the substitute. Some goes long. And a yellow card will come out. To Kevon Harris. Johnson gets on the end of this one. Watson in the middle waiting. Picked out the substitute, Murray. But he was quickly charged down and didn't get a chance to lift the foot to get a shot towards the target.
Another opportunity for DeAndre Johnson to get into the area, but a little bit too tentative. Should have just gone to goal, attacked the area, tapped the goal. Instead, cutting back the ball, couldn't sort out his feet, and almost playing a defensive pass to the other end of the box. Just wonder if that miss in the first half has affected his confidence, Johnson.
Might well have. Still struggling to create genuine goal-scoring opportunities, Yorkcastle. That's the spark that this game has been missing. Water break in the 70th minute. Glenmuir very much on their way in this semi-final. And David Reed double, giving them a 2-0 advantage. And their fans no doubt pleased with what they have witnessed this afternoon.
Come on, every smoke it, jump, wheelbar, tough it, everything for the last 20 minutes, everything.
20.
And we get the restart in bright sunshine. Here's a chance on Gordon to make it 3. Produces the save from Marco Thompson. And can't get his goal, which would be a well-deserved goal. Kyle Gordon, 2 assists. And maybe we're seeing why he's only scored 1 goal this campaign. Mills fired across the face of goal.
Unusually complacent in the back, Glenmuir, and gifting that opportunity. Just didn't keep it down enough. Mills, who has been one of the standout players for York Castle this season, the right back, 4 goals, 3 assists. Loves to get forward. Good pace behind that shot, but needed to keep it down a bit more.
Yeah, Premier League level player. His team needs a big finish from him if they are to make the last 20 minutes interesting. Cummings for Glenmuir. Gordon in the middle. Jason White gets taken down, wins a free kick for Glenmuir.
Rasta, in a wood at score pan. No.
Messam, the captain, standing over it. Gordon does well to win it. Johnson. Blackwood. Gordon was unable to get onto the end of that pass. The captain Messam at the back. Calm, but Mills picks it up for York Castle. Messam stays with him though. And Messam showing his quality. Winning it for Glenmuir. Now he's on his way again, looking for options. Johnson in front of him. Free kick coming up for York Castle. Taken quickly, but not effectively.
Handball inside the area. And right now it's just management of the game for Glenmuir with just 15 minutes and plus stoppages. A bit more breathing room, but they have to be careful. As I always said, that 2-0 is a dangerous scoreline. Fanny Clark, who's just lost twice this season, 1 to Clarendon College, 1 to Frome Technical. Back-to-back losses came at the end of October and the start of November. Back-to-back weeks.
Ball given away. Forward to Wilberforce. Wilberforce does well. Drives a shot at Antoine Gooden, who pushes it behind, and a corner kick is coming up for York Castle. But he's the most dangerous attacker on the York Castle team since he's come on Wilberforce. Here is Tariq Jones. Cleared away. Out to Jones. Can he deliver a good cross, Jones? Way too much weight on that one.
That almost looked like a shot from the wide area. Looking to get it across with pace, Jones. Yeah, need much more direction and a bit more finesse. Andrew Peart screaming at his defense line and his captain Messom. Not really happy with the work they're doing defensively in the last 10 minutes, and I can see why he's not too pleased. Too complacent at the back, and they've allowed York Castle to get in and around their 18-yard area, which really wasn't happening in the first half. Most of the York Castle attempts came outside of the area. Now a couple more plays inside of it. Anyhow, this is where he would want to see his team in the opposition third.
78th minute, Cummings.
Cummings certainly loves to dribble.
He sure does. Gordon. Flag up.
Yeah, he's offside way too often. You did say earlier in the game that Johnson didn't agree with the call that was coming in from the assistant referee. Well, he's certainly been a guilty party for majority of these offside calls against Glenmuir, and he has a good view of the line.
Yeah, he wasn't the guilty party last time. He just had a good view of it. But
you mean that time? But since then, he's gotten what, 2 or 3 wrong.
Well, he got that one wrong too. He just wasn't the one in the position. Yeah. Then you're not getting their performance wrong, though. They have a 2-0 advantage in this semi-final. And they're right, it's just about managing in the final 15 minutes. Gordon. Oh, Gordon does well. Can he finally get a goal? He can't. Neither can Watson. No, he can. No, he can't. Off the crossbar. From point blank range. And yeah, he's brilliant at assisting, but only 1 goal this season. Ball now for Wilberforce at the other end. Will come face to face with the big, strong looking Headley. Needs assistance. Gets the ball across. The drive towards the target, well blocked. Headley wins this battle this time with Wilberforce. Still fighting though, Wilberforce, but he needs help. Does well to win a throw.
He's had some strength and size up front. This was the opportunity for Glenmuir into the area. Good skill by Kyle Gordon initially. Good strength, able to pick out the pass as usual. But Watson, that was a poor finish, straight to the goalkeeper.
Over the top.
And yeah, on the rebound, Gordon certainly should have scored. Hit the woodwork, but from 2 yards out, you've got to be finding the back of the net. Some crazy misses for Glenmuir. But as you said, they have the cushion of a 2-goal advantage.
Yeah, and to be honest, they haven't been threatened at the other end. Not with any seriousness.
That can change quickly, and as I said, with Wilberforce on now, a 13-goal man. One opportunity and it could be buried, and then it would be a frantic last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, it makes you wonder why he didn't start. Here is Cummings. Mills with the header away. Nice ball over the top looking for Javante Clark, but once again the captain Zachary Messom.
He was one of the 2 players that they will lose at the end of this school year. Messom, now past the age, well, will be past the age and finish school at the end of this school year.
Yeah, would love to leave with a title.
Reed, the other player who will be going on to.
Oh, that's a good shot from Wilberforce, curling just wide of the mark. But he's definitely been the most dangerous attacking player for York Castle this afternoon. makes you wonder why he wasn't starting.
Something about him, Wilberforce. Favors the left foot, bending it into that far corner, just wide, not enough bend in the end, but good strength and ever present. And I can tell you, Gooden, was a bit nervous.
His quality was definitely missing in the first half for York Castle. Headley in the way with a timely clearance.
Tied legs now in the Glenmuir back line, and York Castle getting more touches inside the 18-yard box.
Yeah, Javante Clark was bearing down on goal. 82nd minute, corner kick coming up for York Castle. Tamani Miller, their captain, doesn't want anything to do with the SportsMax microphone.
Changes to be made as well. York Castle going for it now, have to. They'll have to get one back now. And then use the last 10 minutes to really press Glenmuir. Of course, if they do draw equal after 90 minutes, there will be no extra time, straight penalties. We've seen quite a few of them at the back end of the schoolboy season.
Yeah, Javon Boyd comes on for Glenmuir. 2-goal man this season.
Kind of last name that can produce lots of magic, or has produced magic over the years.
Yeah, Jahari Williams, who came on as a 29th minute substitute, is off. Replaced by Conroy nicely.
Well,
that was a far away, was it?
It was a flick on header, but from Glenmuir. And yeah, York Castle with an opportunity to get that on target, well over the bar in the end. Good opportunity. Dixon, did I say the flick on? Glenmuir not clearing the lines, and Dixon was there.
Headed it over the top, but here Dixon. Mills trying to win it. Well won by the Glenmuir substitute, Javon Boyd. Throw coming up for Glenmuir. Cummings for Gordon. Strong challenge coming in from Owen Jump. And a corner kick coming up for Glenmuir.
Watson did the right thing to leave it for Gordon, because Watson was certainly in an offside position. Kyle Gordon took it unwillingly and then didn't know what to do with it and was easily challenged. Again, this Glenmuir defense has been hard to break down, and they've got the goals that they've scored all season, 51 of them.
Yeah, still yet to concede in the Ben Francis knockout. Watson heads it on. The attempted shot from Gordon cleared away.
They're heading towards their 11th clean sheet of the season in 16 games.
York Castle trying to head forward, looking for Conroy nicely. Well marshalled by O'Neill Headley at the back. But nicely does well to win it. Can he get a good cross inside? It's that man again, the captain Messam, who is in the way. And looks as if Wilberforce is down in the box. Quality attacking performance this afternoon coming from David Reed, but an equally efficient defensive performance from the captain Messam. Here is Mills. Once again Messam is in the way, and a corner kick coming up. Exudes so much confidence at the back, the Glenmuir number 4. Might have more work to do with this corner kick coming up. Miller with the delivery. Away from the mark. The SportsMax app moment brought to you by the SportsMax app. The first goal for Glenmuir. Kyle Gordon with a delightful pass and a beautiful finish coming from David Reed. That was his 10th goal of the season. For Kyle Gordon, his 8th assist of the season. They would combine again for the second goal, but this first one gets the SportsMax app moment. Back to live action here in Santa Cruz. Throw for Conroy nicely, and York Castle. Mills with the cross, was looking for Javandi Clark. But Antoine Gooden was on the scene. He bangs it upfield. Jones slips it through for Nicely. Nicely can't keep it in play. And a goal kick coming up for Glenmuir. 6 goals in 2 Ben Francis Cup matches before this. They've conceded none. They've added 2 today, so 8 goals in the Ben Francis knockout. And they are still yet to concede. Glenmuir High School heading to the championship match. And they'll play either Edwin Allen, the defending champions, or Versailles, the 4-time champions.
Glenmuir haven't won since 2009. They won their first Ben Francis in 1993. Won back-to-back titles, in fact, 93 and 94. Then 99, then back-to-back again, 2004, 2005.
Terrific period for Glenmuir football.
And then in 2009, that year, 2004, they won the DaCosta Cup as well. So it was a clean sweep. That was an interesting chest pass.
That was an interesting shot coming from Jones, but it's well wide of the mark.
Can't hit them, Jones.
Yeah, getting into more attacking positions in this second half, or since he's been moved to a more central defensive role.
Has scored 3 goals this season with 2 assists, Jones. Andrew Peart, well, yeah, he'll be sitting easy now.
Doesn't look that way. Van de Clark still trying to motivate his players, still trying to get them to believe that they can find a way back into this one. They don't have a lot of time. We're in the 90th minute.
I think it's a bit too late for them now.
4 minutes will be added. It's not the World Cup, so don't expect 10 or 12 or 14, just 4 for this one. Well, Glenmuir have put in an efficient effort today. Gordon might be a serious candidate for player of the match had he scored one of those goals. Gordon gets bunted off the ball, wins a free kick for his team. opening stages of this semi-final. Wonder what that conversation was about. Blackwood with the throw. Cummings. Murray slips inside the box, does Murray? Brings out a save from Marker Thompson. Just over a minute to play in this semi-final. Yorkcastle, we're hoping to at least get one.
Well done by the captain, Messam again. Let me tell you, I certainly agree with you, Ricardo, in terms of how big he's been for Glenmuir in the back. He hasn't given Yorkcastle a sniff.
He's been fabulous this afternoon. Definitely a candidate for player of the match, I think.
Yeah, for sure. There he is again in the thick of things. I mean, David Reed had a phenomenal first half, much more of a quiet second, even though he did get his second goal in that second half. But Messam, his level of focus, concentration, he's been in the right place at the right time. He's marshaled his troops so well that even a Yorkcastle team who scored 37 goals so far this season haven't been able to penetrate the 18-yard box many times at all. And it was the substitution of Wilberforce that, you know, did give them a challenge, but they've stood strong still.
But even the shots that have come from Wilberforce have come from outside the box or just at the edge deep of the box. Yeah. There's the free kick coming in. Land safely for Antoine Gooden in the Glenmuir goal. And I think that will be that. Gets a pat on the head from his captain, Zachary Messam. And the final whistle comes now. Glenmuir will get a shot to play for the Ben Francis Cup for the 2022 campaign. A chance to play for a 7th title. Kyle Gordon with 2 assists. David Reed, who was substituted in the second half, scoring both goals. Vanny Clark has done a fine job with the Yorkcastle unit this season, but they were inferior to this Glenmuir outfit this afternoon. An efficient performance from the 6-time champions. They win by 2-0 and advance to the Ben Francis Cup final. Let's look at the full match highlights then. In this semi-final, Glenmuir on the front foot early. Kyle Gordon with an opportunity to put them in front. He was stopped, well thwarted by goalkeeper Marker Thompson. Weak effort coming in from Javon Coleman. Here's another look at it. Wonderful save by Thompson. Tamani Miller The York Castle captain with a left-footed shot, not collected cleanly by Gooden in goal. Gooden getting there first on that occasion though to parry it away. The follow-up shot from Nolan wide of the mark. The goal would come on 13 minutes. Lovely ball slipped through by Kyle Gordon and David Reed was on the end of it, and it was a fine finish. Just look at the pass. Lovely vision. Goalkeeper came, got caught in no man's land, and David Reed was composed about the finish. Neatly done. 1-0 for Glenmuir. David Reed certainly had a good first half. Brilliant work rate, good cross coming from Kyle Gordon. But DeAndre Johnson with a goal at his mercy, hitting it over the top. That really should have been 2-0. He can't believe it, we couldn't believe it, still can't believe it. Javante Clark with a right-footed effort, that was wide of the mark for York Castle. And to close out the first half. Then in the second half, this man came on, the 13-goal man for them, Odin Wilberforce. And right away he was involved, that left-footed shot, weak, saved. And then Glenmuir got their second. Ball slipped through here for Gordon, cutting it in. Here Dixon got a boot onto it, the goalkeeper and himself couldn't work it out. And it was really well read by David Reed to poke it home for 2-0. His 11th goal of the season, David Reed, second on the afternoon. A second assist as well for their number 10, Kyle Gordon. Gordon should have had a goal. Watson with the shot saved, and then Gordon hitting the crossbar from point blank range. Wilberforce curling this one just wide of the mark. Definitely looked dangerous when he came on in the second half. I hear Dixon heading over the top from the corner kick. York Castle struggling to hit the target. That was a chance, albeit a difficult one for Demario Murray, but was well saved. Let's have a look at the match statistics then. Glenmuir 12 shots, 6 of them on target. York Castle 12 shots, 4 of them on target. 20 fouls committed in the contest, 8 called against Glenmuir, 12 against York Castle. Yellow cards, just 1, that going against York Castle. Offside calls, 3 against Glenmuir, 2 against York Castle. 7 corner kicks in the contest, 4 of them to Glenmuir. 3 saves made by the Glenmuir goalkeeper Antoine Gooden, 4 by York Castle's Marker Thompson. Glenmuir with 57% of possession, York Castle with 43% possession. It's not often this season that we see a defender getting player of the match, but how about today?
Yeah, thanks a lot, Ricardo. I'm here now with the man of the match, Zakiri Messam. Zakiri, that is yours. Well done. Good playing. Let me ask you, what do you think about your performance?
Overall, was we coming into this game, we knew it was going to be a difficult game, but stuck to the coach's instructions. I just tried to keep it as simple as possible, and everything else just flowed into place.
Yeah, what were the coach's instructions to you specifically?
Just motivate my team. He knows my capabilities, I know my capabilities, and I just went out there and played. Enjoyed myself as well.
Yeah, well, you're leader of this team. You're heading in now to the final. How do you keep your boys pumped up and ready to face whoever you have to in that game on Saturday?
Okay, whoever comes, we will execute and dominate. We don't have a preference in the team to play, but as you know, we'll go out there, do what the coaches say, and just enjoy ourselves, have fun as always, communicate, just play some football.
All right, well done. I will see you in the final.
Most definitely.
Thank you. Yeah, that was Zakiri Messam there and his teammates. You can hear them in the background. Now it's time to talk to Coach Vanny Clark. Coach, end of the road here for York Castle, but if you were to look back at this season, how would you sum it up?
I'd sum it up as being a season where we We excelled expectations of a lot of persons. We still feel a little bit disappointed in where it ended for us. We thought that we've worked hard enough, worked well enough for this season. Just some key matches in key moments that we weren't as concentrated as we were. And at the end of the day, we are a bit disappointed. This is a semi-final. You want to be in the finals. And so for us, it's a bittersweet season as we managed to do well to get here, but not finally, get into that final hurdle is very disappointing and very, very sad.
Yeah, Coach, well, thank you. Hard luck, and we'll see you next season.
Thank you.
Yeah,
man.
That was Coach Vanny Clark there. Now let's turn our attention to Coach of Glenmuir High, Andrew Peart. Coach Peart, I saw you talking to your players defensively, not going as well as you would have wanted it to in the second half, but you're still able to come up with a 2-0 victory here. What do you think about the team's performance overall?
Yeah, it's a brilliant performance from our team. We managed the conditions very well. That was another big factor here today, where at 1 o'clock it's pretty hot, so you have to be careful how you expend energy. And in the second half, after we scored that second goal, we figured that, okay, we could manage the game by not being so aggressive or intense, but still we were allowing too many free shots at goal and too many crosses. But overall, it's a knockout competition. Once you win, then you can pick from that the things you have done well and then look at some of the other things that you need to improve on.
Yeah, well, we know that you're not looking to play a specific team in the final, but how do you prepare to for whoever do you have to play?
Well, we have the opportunity now to watch the other game. There's no preference. We have to play a final and then you will have an opponent. So we'll sit, we'll watch, and we'll work on improving ourselves and pay attention to what the opponents are doing as well.
All right, Coach, thank you. We'll see you in the final.
Thank you.
Well, there you have the Ben Francis bracket. Glenmuir into the final with a 2-0 victory in this semi-final against York Castle. Coming up, semi-final 2, the defending champions Edwin Allen taking on Rossies.